Okay, hi everyone. Today we're going to start working on caricatures. And like I said, you could partner up with somebody in class if you would like. You could just think of somebody from home or a relative to try to make a caricature of. Or if you want to even just think of somebody famous, that's fine too. The goal of this is just to practice some of those cartooning skills we've been working on this week. And before you get too carried away and start making a bigger one, I would strongly encourage you to try a few different smaller mini drawings of the person you choose, and maybe try a different shape for the head for each little drawing. So for instance, maybe my first one, we'll start with kind of a square type shape. Now remember, caricatures are often very cartoony, and the artist will often pick a feature to really exaggerate. So I'm planning on doing Mrs. Cram, and I'm going to try to exaggerate her glasses. So those are going to be the biggest part of mine. Now for these little drawings too, I'm not worried about erasing lines that are behind. I'm just trying to kind of quickly get a few little ideas down onto the paper. These do not need to be perfect for these little ones. It's just to kind of discover what you feel is working, what you maybe don't like, what you may want to change. And they're meant to just be very kind of quick, just to kind of give you an idea of what it could look like. Remember to use your packets too to help you think of eyes and mouths. So that's could be how it could look with a square shape to start. Now I went ahead and did a few others in some different shapes before this video. You can see this one I did a really big circle. Here I tried a triangle, and here I kind of tried a oval that comes more to a point for the chin. Now as you can see on all these, I focused on the glasses, and I really think that's my biggest takeaway. I really like this one a lot because I feel like the glasses were really super exaggerated. So that is definitely something I'm going to include in my final version. So after you've worked through a couple ideas, come back up to get another piece of paper, and then we're going to try a larger scale. Okay, so now that you've had a little bit of practice, on your next piece of paper you want to try to make this caricature a little bit bigger, and you also want to think about some extra things you can add to really kind of show who the character is. So being that Miss Cram is a music teacher, I'm going to kind of make her into more of a rock star. And I really kind of like that kind of rounded oval shape that comes more to a point here. So I'm starting very lightly with my first few lines, trying not to push down too hard, just to kind of map out some things that I'm going to want to keep. So again, I'm not too worried about erasing things. I'm just trying to very lightly draw out my ideas. Now I definitely like the big glasses, but this time, since I'm going to go with more of that rock and roll feel, I'm going to make them like sunglasses instead of reading glasses. And so when I kind of like the shape, then I can start pushing down harder. Since I'm doing sunglasses, maybe I just show a few little spots where maybe the light's shining, but I don't actually draw the eyes. Give her a little nose. Now I'm not going to come back and change this shape a little bit smaller yet, so then it really makes that head feel bigger. And remember, if you draw lightly in the beginning, you should be able to erase these lines fairly easily. I'll be able to give you a Sharpie marker too that you can trace over the lines you want to keep, so then that will really make it easier to focus on the good lines. You can see I'm just going to go kind of fast right now just to get my ideas going. Giving the hair a little more style than the last little drawings. There you can kind of see it's really starting to get this kind of cool rock and roll vibe. Now to really exaggerate that too, I'm going to focus on some extra little details. Again, keep them fun. Don't worry about making it too realistic. I'll add some striped shirt. Now I may be making this look really fast, but I have done a lot of these for practice. I'll show you my practice ones in class here, so please take your time. Remember to go slow till you get it the way you want it. Maybe I'll even have like a guitar up here, because we want to think of what are some extra little details we can add to really kind of help tell the story of who we're making. Put a couple guitar strings. Maybe we could add a few music notes. Sometimes it's just these small little details that we add in the background that really make a big difference. So there you have it. There's kind of my rock and roll version of Miss Cram. See what you guys can do, have fun, and please don't be too hard on yourself. These are meant to be silly, they're meant to be kind of lighthearted and fun. Let's be able to kind of laugh at these. Alright, let's see what we can do.